أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأتموا الحج والعمرة لله فإن أحصرتم فما استيسر من الهدي ولا تحلقوا رؤوسكم حتى يبلغ الهدي محله فمن كان منكم مريضا أو به أذى من رأسه ففدية من صيام أو صدقة أو نسك فإذا أمنتم فمن تمتع بالعمرة إلى الحج فما استيسر من الهدي فمن لم يجد فصيام ثلاثة أيام في الحج وسبعة إذا رجعتم تلك عشرة كاملة ذلك لمن لم يكن أهله حاضر المسجد الحرام واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله شديد العقاب. Dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I recited Surah Al-Baqarah ayat number 196. This ayat is about Hajj, and mostly in this ayat Allah tells us about the sacrificing animal. And before we start, we must know that what are the farz in Hajj. Farz mean the compulsory act in the Hajj. If a person is ignoring one farz, then Hajj is not acceptable. Hajj is invalid. The first is like to make intention. It is compulsory to make intention of Hajj. If a person is having Umrah and Hajj together, so must have the intention of Hajj and Umrah together. So the second thing is Ihram. So Ihram is like two sheets that a person wears when goes to perform Hajj. So Ihram is the second compulsory act. So without Ihram, there is no Hajj. So Ihram is the compulsory thing that is used in Hajj. Number 3, to stay in Arafah. So staying in Arafah is the compulsory act in Hajj. And the fourth and last one is the Tawaf-e-Ziyarah. Tawaf-e-Ziyarah is the last compulsory act of Hajj. So these are very important Hajj compulsory act. Intention, Ihram, stay in Arafah, and Tawaf-e-Ziyarah. So these are 4 compulsory acts of the Hajj. If one is missing, there is no Hajj. Hajj will be invalid. And we must know the other essential act. Those are called wajibat, and wajibat are about 6. So like sa'i mean to have a race or to have the movement, quick moving, like running between Safa and Marwa. So the sa'i between Safa and Marwa is wajib act. And Waquf Muzdalfa. Waquf mean to stay in Muzdalfa. Muzdalfa is the place where the people who go for Hajj, they have to stay there. So staying in Muzdalfa is essential act, or we call it wajib. So the third thing is sacrifice of animal. That is also essential act or wajib. And the fourth, to hit with pebbles or pelting the pillars of shaitan. So this is also wajib. And fifth is shaving the head, hair cutting. So that is the fifth one. And the last one is the tawaf vida. Vida mean al-vida, when leaving Makkah and before leaving Makkah, and must have tawaf, is that is called tawaf al-vida or tawaf vida. So that is also a wajib. So these six wajib act: sa'i between Safa and Marwa, and stay in Muzdalfa, and animal sacrifice, and to hit or pelting the pillars of shaitan, and then shaving the head or hair cutting, and the last one, tawaf al-wida. So these are the six essential act, or we call wajibat. If one wajib is missing, so then is to sacrifice animal. So one animal will be sacrificed if one wajib is missing. So these six wajibat of Hajj. So now the other condition is that one, if that is explained in this ayat, we will learn now, inshallah. And Allah tells us about that one in this ayat, that is explained about the sacrifice of animal. So before sacrifice of animal, we need to understand three more things, like the types of Hajj. So people who are living in Makkah or around the Masjidul Haram, and those people, they are allowed to perform only Hajj. They are not allowed to join or combine Umrah with Hajj. So in the month of Zulhajj, when all people they go for performing Hajj, so those people living around the Masjidul Haram in Makkah, and they are not allowed to perform Umrah and Hajj together. So they will perform only Hajj. To perform only Hajj with Ihram, that is called Hajj Ifrad. So Hajj Ifrad is also is very important, because it is only for the local people of Makkah, and they have to perform only Hajj. So, and they have no need to sacrifice animal. So animal sacrificing is not allowed by those people. So they are not to sacrifice animal. They will perform the compulsory act and the essential act and the sunnah of Hajj. So that is only so their Hajj will be done. So the second type of Hajj is called Hajj Tamattu. Hajj Tamattu is that Hajj in which the people who go to perform Hajj and Umrah together. So first of all, they will take ihram maybe from their house or from miqat. So miqat is the place from where they are not allowed to go forward but having ihram. So ihram is compulsory after miqat. So if they are to enter at the place from where ihram is compulsory to put on or to bind, so then Hajj will not be accepted because they must wear the ihram, the two sheets of cloth, so they have to wear it from miqat to perform Hajj. So first of all, with this ihram, they will perform Umrah. And after performing Umrah, they will take ihram off. They will leave the ihram. And then from 7th of Zulhajj or about 8th of Zulhajj, so they will wear the ihram again from Makkah and they perform Hajj. So it means Hajj and Umrah both will be performed by the people, but they have to perform in different ihram. First, they will perform Umrah and in the ihram, and then they take off that ihram, and then they have to put on ihram again about 7th or 8th of Zulhajj to perform Hajj. So the second ihram. So they will perform Hajj in the second ihram. So two ihram will have the people in this type of Hajj. So this is called Hajj Tamattu. Next is Hajj Kiran. Hajj Kiran is that type of Hajj in which the people who are going to perform Hajj, they will have ihram from their house, and or they have to take it from the miqat. Mostly people they go by in the plane by aeroplane, so they have to take it from home. Mostly is better. So when they go having ihram, so they have to perform Umrah and Hajj together in the same ihram. They are not to take it off. They are not to leave the ihram. So after Umrah, they will continue the ihram to perform Hajj. So within the same ihram, they have to perform Hajj. Like the Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when he went from Medina to perform Hajj, so he had the ihram from Medina, and he performed Hajj. He performed only one Hajj and four Umrah. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he has done four Umrah and one Hajj. So, so that is the when a person who is performing Hajj and Umrah together, so the person has like Hajj Kiran or Hajj Tamattu. So when a person is performing Hajj and Umrah together, then sacrifice of animal is compulsory. So then is need. So this way, so those people who will go to perform Hajj and Umrah together, they have to sacrifice the animal. And the people who are living in the local area of Makkah near the Masjidul Haram, they have to perform only Hajj. They will not to sacrifice the animal. Now the condition Allah tells us, if a person who is going to perform the Hajj but on the way there is problem, so if they are stopped, So Allah tells us in this ayat. So we will start reading, inshallah, we understand completely. Allah said, first of all, وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجَّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ. وَأَتِمُّ, and complete, Hajj wal Umrah, and Umrah, Lillah, for Allah. And you have to complete your Umrah and Hajj just for Allah. So complete mean you have to complete all types of compulsory act and essential acts and the sunnah of Hajj. So have to be performed completely and fully and with purity, with sincerity, and with the love of Allah. So if that is done properly, then Alhamdulillah, Hajj will be accepted. So وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجَّ, and complete Hajj wal Umrata, and Umrah just for Allah. So Lillah. So that is important point. So what happened in the Arab area, if you try to look at the history, those people uh, before Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, though they were to perform Hajj also and Umrah. But Umrah was performed in Rajab, in the month of Rajab, and Hajj was performed in the month Zikad, Zulhajj, and Muharram. So these 4 months, these were sacred months of the Arabian people, and during these months they were not to fight, not to do anything wrong. So they were just to respect these 4 months throughout the year. Because 3 months for Hajj and 1 month for Umrah. And it was understood at that time that if a person who will join Umrah and Hajj together, so that person is doing something sinful act. So it was not allowed Umrah and Hajj to perform together. So they will come to perform Hajj in Zikad. They travel to the Kaaba, Allah's house, to perform Hajj. The traveling time is like in Zikad, and Hajj month they reach there and they perform Hajj, and after performing Hajj they were going back up to the Muharram. So the Muharram was traveling back to home time. So these 3 months, these were called the Hajj month. So Zikad, Zulhajj, and Muharram. So this way, these people, the people who were living in the time of ignorance, and they were just to perform Hajj like this way. And in the month of Rajab, they were just to come there in Makkah to perform Umrah only. So this was the tradition, but Allah has finished that type of thing. Allah gave a special blessings or special favor or uh, special type of gift for those people who are coming from the outside area of the Makkah. So those people who are coming from outside area of Makkah, from any country from throughout the world, so they are allowed to join and Umrah together with Hajj. So Hajj and Umrah they can do together, like these two worship, Umrah and Hajj, they have to combine. So Allah said, "Wa atimul hajja," and you have to complete Hajj, wal Umrata, and Umrah, lillah, for Allah. So it means you are allowed to join them and you have to perform them together. And this is performing together is maybe Hajj Tamattu and maybe Hajj Kiran. So This way, if they are to perform umrahs in separate ihram, so hajj in separate ihram, then it is called hajj tamattu. If they are just to perform umrah and hajj with the same ihram, then it is called hajj kiran. So they are allowed to do this, and Allah said you have to complete it, mean so you have to perform with purity, with sincerity, with love, all types of compulsory act, the of hajj, and essential acts of the hajj, and also sunnah act of the hajj. So you have to perform with your love and sincerity and purity just for Allah. So that, and also the not the people, like they are not allowed to do any type of wrong thing or sinful thing or any. So this way Allah, what is forbidden, so they have to avoid those things. So be careful there. This way Allah said, so you have to complete your hajj and umrah carefully just for Allah. So وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجَّ وَالْأُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ, and complete hajj and umrah just for Allah. So next is Allah said, فَإِنْ أُحْصِرْتُمْ, فَإِنْ, and if, أُحْصِرْتُمْ, if you are held back mean if you are stopped. So because you are going to perform hajj and umrah, but on the way someone stopped you, or fighting or some war or battle or some problem happened. So it means you are stopped. So you are held back. So if this happened to you, held back may be because of two reasons. Like one reason is like if you are going but on the way someone stopped your way, and maybe fighting, maybe war, maybe battle, or maybe some way your road or the your way is stopped, so you are not allowed to move forward. So if this happened to you, and the other option is like if you become ill on the way. Illness is like sometimes severe illness, and the person is not to move forward, and some people they die also, and something happen with the illness, because if they are not to move forward, so that is also comes in this category. So it means if you are going to perform hajj, on the way if you are stopped because of some interference, or because of some problem from the people, you are stopped, or the other reason is if you are stopped by the illness which happened to you, so what will happen then? So Allah said, famastaisara. So Allah said, "Famas taisara," and you have to find. Taisara mean you have to obtain, you have to find the minal hajj. Hajj mean like the sacrifice animal. So you have to find the animal that is just for sacrifice. So you have to offer it. It mean you offer the animal just for sacrifice, and then buy it and send it to the place where it will be slaughtered. And slaughtering place is in Mina, mostly in Haram. In Mina animals are slaughtered there. So this way animal will be sent to Haram, Allah's house, so for sacrifice. So this sending animal may be possible, the person may take with himself, but the other reason is just to pay money someone who is living in Makkah, and then will buy the animal and will place the animal, or will take it to the place of slaughtering. And so the animal must reach at the place of slaughtering. Allah said, "Wala tahleku," and don't shave. Rausakum, your heads. You are not allowed to shave your heads. hatta until yablughal hadyu, until reach the sacrifice animal. So animal is to reach mahilla mean at the place of slaughtering, that is destination. So when the until the animal is just to reach at its destination of slaughtering. So Allah said, when you think the animal has reached at the place of slaughtering, then you are allowed to shave your heads. So now, as you know, this time is telephonic conversation is available. So when you are just to uh, give the money to someone in Makkah, and the person will buy the animal and will take it to the place of slaughtering in Haram in Mina. So when that will approach there, and then the animal is slaughtered, and the person call you that your animal have been slaughtered, then when you find that animal have been slaughtered, then you are allowed to shave your heads. So this way Allah said, this is the method. If you are stopped on the way because of some interference or because of illness. So if you are stopped on the way, then you think that it is difficult to perform Hajj that time. So then you need to send a animal for sacrifice, and when the animal is sacrificed, is slaughtered there, and after slaughtering the animal, when you know, then you are allowed to shave your head, and you are to leave the ihram. So you are all the essential things or the compulsory things which were because of ihram. When you will leave, then you will be it will be easy for you to do everything normally as a normal person. But when a person is with ihram, there are so many essential things person is not to do. So this way, then when the animal has reached at the destination of slaughtering, then you are allowed to shave your head. So this is the first thing which Allah told us. And then Allah said next, Faman kana minkum maridan. Faman, and if someone from you, maridan, if is ill, is like on the way, if a person becomes ill, or aw bihi azan, or azan mean like he having halting in the head, mirasihi, in the head. If a person has pain in the head, or has like scratching in the head, or some problem like some injuries or something happen, so anything happen that is in the head, so is there is need that to cut the hair cutting, so from the head. So hair cutting need, and the person is just to because the head is not in a good condition, and because of pain, because of injuries, because of scratching, something happened. So the person head is not in a good way, is feeling illness of like, and due to illness is pain, or scratching, or some type of hurt that person is finding in the head. So if this happen, and the person can't move to perform the Hajj, so then Allah said, if this type of illness happen, or some other type of illness happen, illness may be some people, they are going on the way, they have heart attack, or they some other problem, or they have some type of accident or some other things. So if something happen, but person is feeling the severe illness and problem, and maybe problem from in the body or maybe in the head. So then Allah said, in this condition, what you will do for fidyatun, then a ransom, min sayamin, in the form of fasting. So then is the thing is that then Allah said fasting is needed. Then you have to do the fasting. So fasting 3 days. So 3 days fasting is needed then. So one thing. Then is next. Next Allah said or sadaqatin, or sadaqah. Sadaqah is like to feed 6 people who are masakin. So to feed 6 masakin. Aw nosuk, or nosuk mean the animal to sacrifice, like goat or something like this. So the other thing is to sacrifice the animal, to slaughter the animal. So if from these 3 things, if one is done, so then the person is allowed to take the ihram off. So how many things are allowed? Maybe 3 days fasting. If it is not possible, then do sadaqah, like food for the 6 masakin. And if that is not possible, then like animal to sacrifice, so like the goat or something like. So these are the 3 things. If one is done, then the sadaqah or the fidya is done. When it is done, then the person who was suffering illness or illness in the head, so that person is allowed to hair cutting and also to leave the ihram. So this is the second condition Allah tells us. Now in the next part of the ayat, Allah said if you have no problem and you have a peaceful situation and easy to perform Hajj, so then this is Allah tells us here. Allah said, فَإِذَا أَمِنْتُمْ, and when you are amintum mean peaceful. When you are in peaceful situation, you are secured. فَمَنْ تَمَتَّعَ بِالْأُمْرَةِ إِلَى الْحَجِّ. So at the secured or peaceful situation, because you are going to perform Hajj and Umrah and there is no problem on the way, and you have reached the destination, now you have to start Hajj and Umrah. Allah said, if this situation happen, that you are going and you peacefully you reached at your destination, then how can you perform? فَمَنْ تَمَتَّعَ بِالْأُمْرَةِ إِلَى الْحَجِّ. So then Allah said, who tamatta mean who take advantage of bil umrate ilal hajj, umrah followed by hajj. So it mean they have to start first, like they will perform umrah, then follow the hajj. So hajj and umrah are joined together. So combining, Allah said, then you are allowed to join umrah and hajj together. So when you do this one, because if a person who is, I told you already that if the people who are from the local area near the Masjidul Haram, they are not allowed to sacrifice the animal, but the people who are going to join, going from other area of the world, and if they are, when they are joined Umrah and Hajj together, so joining Umrah and Hajj together, that makes essential to sacrifice the animal. So this way Allah said, فَمَسْتَيْسَرَ مِنَ الْحَدْجِ, then you have to obtain the animal for sacrifice. So you have to offer it, the animal to sacrifice is very important here. So then Allah said, Faiza amintum, and when you are in secure, in peaceful situation, you reached at the destination like in Mecca. So faman tamatta bil umrati ila al hajj, then you have to follow umrah and hajj, combine hajj and umrah together, and famastaisara min al hajj, and then you have to obtain the animal and offer it for sacrifice. So faman lam yajid, famallam, and if a person who is not to find the animal, yajid mean finding, like lam mean no, if not find, if a person who is unable to find the animal for sacrifice, so it mean he has not capacity to buy the animal to sacrifice, or he is not to find the animal, any situation happened. So Allah said, if someone is not to find the animal for sacrifice, fasiyamu salasatin ayyamin fil hajj, fasiyamu, so the person can keep the fasting of salasat ayyam mean 3 days, so 3 days fasting fil hajj, in the days of hajj. So that person who has no animal to sacrifice, so he has to keep fasting 3 days within the hajj time. Wasab'atin, and 7 days iza rajatum, when the person is just to return to home. So in the home, after returning from hajj, the other 7 fasting days will be completed in the home from where person came to perform hajj. So Allah said, Tilka asharatun kamila, and these will be 10 days in all. So it means the person will have to keep the 10 days fasting who has no animal to sacrifice. So from the 10 days fasting, 3 days of fasting will be done during the Hajj days, and 7 days the person will do when he or she is just to reach in the home after Hajj, and they will perform 7 days of fasting there in their home. Zalika liman lam yakun ahluhu hadiril masjidil haram. Allah said, Zalika liman lam yakun. Zalika, these are, Allah said, this type of concession. Concession mean like the concession of Hajj and Umrah together. So this concession which Allah gave, this is not for the local people. Allah said, Lam yakun ahluhu. So people who are living around the Masjidul Haram, so those people, they are not allowed. This concession of joining or combining Hajj and Umrah together. This concession is just for the people who are coming from the other areas of the world, not those people Hadiril Masjidil Haram who are from the Masjidul Haram or around that one. It means the people from Makkah and around that. So those people, they are not having this type of concession, and they are just to perform only Hajj, so not Umrah. Hajj and Umrah together, they are not to perform. So, but the performing of Umrah and Hajj together, this special concession is for the people who are coming outside Makkah. So Allah said you have to perform all type of essential acts and compulsory act and all these things. And then Allah said after that, Wattakullaha, and you must have fear of Allah, because when you are doing the Hajj and Umrah, you have to be careful. You have to follow the rules, regulations, what Allah and Prophet ﷺ told us. So, like in Holy Quran and from the Sunnah of Prophet ﷺ. So, we have to follow that one. So, Wattakullaha, and you must have fear of Allah. Walamu, and know Annallaha, that Allah Shadidul Iqab. So the Allah's punishment is severe one. So Allah has the severe punishment also. So Allah said, if a person who is to perform Hajj and Umrah, because Hajj and Umrah, these are two worship. If a person is just to join these two worship together, then must do every act and with full concentration and uh, full mind presence, and also having just purity and sincerity just for Allah while performing every act which is compulsory, essential, or sunnah act. So they have to perform completely. They should not be lazy and not allowed to be disobedient. So they have to complete every action, every act, every type of activity of the Hajj and Umrah under the rules regulations of Islam, and they are to follow it completely and fully. If they will be lazy to perform that one, so they must know that wattaqullah, they must have fear of Allah, walamu, and they must know that annallah shadidul iqab, that Allah has severe punishment also. So this way Allah said you have to perform Hajj and Umrah completely and fully, so that everything must be performed nice way, so there will be no problem at all. So no disturbance. Now before finishing, I have to tell you that during Ihram what is allowed, because Ihram, when a person have Ihram, at that time is a person is not to allowed, like husband and a wife, they are not allowed to touch with sexual desire. So they are not to kiss, they are not to touch, they are not allowed like this type of activity. And a person who has ihram is not allowed to do any sinful activity, even talking like without reason, even the uh, like gossip or a joke or some type of abuse or some type of wrong word or filthy word or something. So it's no allowed like any type of sinful activity. And a person is not allowed to fight and not allowed to hunt animal or the bird. And a person is not allowed to have the fragrance, or is not allowed to use the even soap or shampoo which has fragrance. So even the person who is with ihram is not allowed to nail cutting, and not allowed to hide the face, and also not allowed to put oil in the head, and not allowed to cut the hair of the beard, or so is not allowed to use any type of color on the hairs of head or somewhere. So the so not allowed to cut any hair of his head or the body, and not allowed to take any type of clothes uh, which are joined with thread, and not allowed to take a cap or turban. uh, so even so this, even the socks are not allowed, and and any type of cloth that has fragrance is not allowed. And the person having the ihram is not allowed to cut any type of tree which is in Makkah or in the surrounding area where the person is just to perform the Hajj in the Haram area. So, but a person can also take is allowed. A person is allowed to take the umbrella and also the belt in which the person can put money is allowed. Belt is allowed. Umbrella is allowed to save from the sun shine, and also and and the person is better to read like talbi or zikr or takbir is very important to not stay like without anything. So when is just to perform any act that is good, but when free is better to read talbi or takbir like like labbaik Allahumma labbaik or the takbir like Allahu Akbar la ilaha illallah Allahu Akbar walillahil hamd, and also read some kalma and bismillah la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, like anything. So must be busy like this way, and also do dua with to Allah. So that is very important. So this way, and main thing is Allah wants that a person who will go to perform Hajj and Umrah must get the full reward from Allah. So at the day of judgment, because that person will be, if the person after returning from Hajj is not to do any type of sinful thing and save from sinful life, then automatically that person will get Jannah, inshallah, because the person after performing Hajj, he or she becomes so much innocent that the person has not done any type of sin before in his or her life. So that we have to be careful in performing all acts of Hajj, and we request Allah to give us chance to go for Hajj and and to perform it fully, completely with compulsory, essential and Sunnah act. Ameen.